Well, g'day guys, welcome back. Too many projects, not enough time. I'm Andrew. Here we are in the shop with Ivy, the V8 Series 1 Land Rover. If this is your first time visiting, welcome. Sorry you picked this as your first time video because I don't really have anything new except for an update on where I'm at with projects. So anyway, this weekend I finally got out here into the shop and I thought, great. There's a couple of things I could be doing this weekend. So last weekend I was out at a friend's who has a buck, being like basically a steel and wooden template for bending over metal. You've seen me do bucks before here on the channel. Well, he already has one because he's already put Defender eyebrow flares on a series body. So basically that is what this is. And I thought, well, I could use them, and then I could do the fender openings on this box. And then I started looking at this box, and there's like little bits. Actually, this side's not too bad. Let's go for a walk around the other side. The box actually is pretty good, I guess, really. So I started looking at it. Someone's tried to weld steel to aluminum. And then as we go further down this side, got a little dent down there. Dents are nothing really. Then we got some rivets popped. Not rivets, sorry, spot welds popped. And I went, dents, not a big deal. Down here again, someone has tried to weld with a stick welder. More rivets popped in this corner. Sorry, spot welds. Oh no, rivets popped. We're actually missing the trim off the corner. Not a big deal, just got to find more. Then we've got the corrosion down there. And the three middle ones aren't too bad. More corrosion. And a big dent there. But overall, it's not really a bad box. And that made me think, hey, I got another box up at Camp Krakatini up at the lake. I'm going to hold off on this project till I can go assess that box to see if that one's any better than this one, to wait and use that box, because that might be better than this one. Less work. So, put that one on hold. Alright, now we're going to walk back around the other side again. And then the other project, which I actually started a couple of years ago and mentioned a long time ago that I was going to do, that I really want to get working on. And that is putting, or building a camper for the back of my Can-Am Defender 6x6 side-by-side. Now, a couple of years ago, I did all the measurements, and that big, no, that's what we can fit. Basically, that big wooden piece right there, that would be the front half, because it's 4 foot wide by whatever the width is there for the roof. I got to glue on a bit on the back and a second floor underneath to make a big proper floor for it. But basically, I got started. These bits here go around the moldings of the box on the 6x6, so this will slot right in onto the flat deck. Anyway, so I thought, great, I can get started on that. I'll go pick up some wood, I'll extend it, glue the second sheet of this creosote or whatever this plywood waterproof stuff is on the bottom, and I can start laying that out, get the floor ready so we can start building the camper box for that. Well, then I went outside where I'm keeping my currently keeping my Series 2 roof, and we also have a back door for that project as well now. And there's the freezer panels that I'll be making the walls out for that camper. And then I grabbed my tape measure, and then I measured the width. And the width of the Series 2 roof was way skinnier than the floor I'd built. And I'm like, that's really weird, because I measured and I built the floor to match the same width as the roof. That way we use the roof on top of those panels, and that becomes the roof of the camper. It'll all become clear as muddy water once I start building it. So, being baffled then by, how could that be? I measured the roof. And then I remembered, because I didn't have the Series 2 to a whatever roof, 88-inch roof that is, at the time, in the measurements that I took, I assumed a Series 1 roof right there, which comes off Ivy. I assumed the roofs were going to be the same, because that's what Land Rover does, right? As far as width is concerned. Because Series 2s have the hips, so I thought they took a Series 1 footprint on the top capping, and then put hips on a Series 2 and Series 3 Defender, whatever. Apparently they didn't. Apparently they narrowed the top capping and everything. And the Series 1 roof is wider, being the same width as this floor pan that I did. So I don't need a Series 2 to a whatever roof. I need a Series 1 roof. So I ran off to my local supplier yesterday and had a chat with him, UK Trek Attraction. I'm like, hey, you know anyone with a Series 1 roof, 88-inch? Because I guess I need that for my project. Because I'm not going to use that one, because that's for Ivy. And it's a station wagon roof with the extra tropical roof on it. And the vents and everything inside. So that's staying with Ivy. So I do need a Series 1 roof, I guess, if I want to do my plan for the camper. So anyway, he's like, well, he says... Ivy's brother is still out there buried under the ivy, and just recently I was out looking at that and noticed that sometime in the fall a massive branch from the tree above it has come down and pierced through that roof, and luckily actually poked out the side window, which was open, so no further damage caused except for a huge hole pierced through this roof, where this branch came straight down and pierced through the roof and out the side window. And he says, well, that roof is kind of screwed, so it might be perfect for your project. Because I can just put a vent in there or something like that, because it's going to be a camper, so I can put a little vent in there right where that hole is, flatten the roof out a little more, so that's going to work perfect. And then while I'm there, I'm like, I also need a decent box. What's the box like on that Series 1 that's covered in ivy, just like Ivy was? Because they were literally parked right next to each other in the same spot. So I trudged back through the snow and took a look, and the box so far on two sides, well, three I guess if we include behind the seats, it looks in better shape. So when the snow clears and it dries up a bit, I'm going to go back, we're going to do some more exploring, we're going to cut all the ivy off it, have a good look, and Art and I are going to have a good chat, and I may, well, have a donor Series 1, 88-inch, for any extra bits for Ivy. Also, extra bits to put the original Ivy back together, because I still have her chassis engine, although the transfer case is in this. That will give me a transfer case, so I can actually put Ivy, original Ivy, back together, possibly missing that roof, but as a soft top, and have all the bits to put a Series 1 back together, because the original chassis of Ivy is really good. Now Ivy's brother, that's still there, that I'm possibly going to buy here as a parts truck, the chassis is rotten. The firewall is rotten. All the steel is rotten. So it's unfortunately a good parts truck at this point. We all want to save them all, but occasionally you got to pull some apart to save others. So if all goes well, that'll be an upcoming video here of pulling Ivy's brother out of the ivy and scavenging some parts, where the roof will be for the side-by camper. Now the roof, I'm not going to modify, except for repairing the big hole in it. I'm not going to modify that roof, so that roof will always be a Series 1 roof, and always could be bolted back onto a Series 1, even though it's going on my side-by-side camper. But the Series 2 roof that we just looked at outside, I have a project for that. Now, the 101 I've kind of had an idea where I want to put a hardtop roof on that. Now, a series, whatever roof will not fit on the 101 without lengthening it and widening it. And my wife also, because the bed is quite close to the top of the canvas, very claustrophobic for her. So she's like, I don't really want to sleep in there unless you get the roof away from my face a little more. So if we do, once again, too many projects, not enough time. If we do a hardtop roof, I'm trying to rack my brain to come up with a system where I can use the 88 widened across the front and to just behind the seats to where the cargo area is, and then pick up a 109 Series 2A3 roof that possibly even has the front end damaged on it, because then I don't need the front end, and then use that on the back end, but have a joint kind of behind the seats and have the roof kind of pop up like a pop-up camper back there. Future project. For sure. Certainly not anything that's happening soon, but start collecting parts for it. Start racking my brain around how that's all going to happen, and most importantly, seal between the roofs when the roofs are down, when the back roof is down. Problem for a future, Andrew. So that's where we are with the update. Oh, and another score. Just randomly went on my local marketplace and searched up Series 1s, parts which very rarely ever appear on Marketplace anymore. And just so happened, these are Series 1 cross members, freshly galvanized, and I got 6 of them. So I have 6 fresh tub cross members under the floor of the tubs, or the box in the back, to replace any that we're doing on the future projects, including the Ivy project. So that's good. And then I'll have the other ones which I can sandblast and send off for galvanizing next time I get other galvanizing, so we have even more available if anyone else needs them. What else? It's just this year I'm not getting traction on anything. Doing some weird business stuff, trying to reinvent the wheel with a new product line, all sorts of stuff where, thank also Amazon, just beating my head against the wall, getting nowhere. Slowly getting somewhere, but it's not happening easy. But we're making traction. And still looking for someone who makes a lower replacement rust panel for that front grille, so we can replace the rusty portion on the bottom and all that sort of stuff. What else? I think that's enough for now. So anyway, that's what's been happening so far this year. It's not for the lack of wanting to make progress. Oh yeah, we have the exhaust on. That's all good. I'm still just got to pick up some stainless steel hangers and put the hangers in, and that's it for the exhaust. Crickets. And I guess that's the update. I'm not sleeping, slacking off, just things are not falling into place quite right just yet. But trying to move forwards. So we'll, out of the 3 boxes I end up with for Series 1s, I will pick the best one, and we'll do that for Ivy. And then when we do the OG Ivy, later on, closer to my retirement, I plan on doing both the 80-inch and the OG Ivy in my retirement years, or getting closer to that. And also this year we will be definitely starting, once the snow melts up at Camp Cricketini, I'll be starting that Ford project, because that is going to replace my Dodge, and my Dodge everyday driver is starting to niggle with all sorts of bells and frickin' warnings and stuff, because pardon me, because just getting to that age, and it's like, time to get rid of computers. So, thanks very much for watching. There's a little update for you. Told you, I got nothing. But real soon, once we figure a box out, we're going to massage the wheel arches so we can fit the eyebrows in there, and get started on the side-by-side camper, and all sorts of stuff. Alright guys, thanks very much. See you next time. Remember, if you don't know how hard it is, it's going to be a piece of piss to finish it.